because
My
I already
Spanish
talk
isn't good
fast.
enough to do that.
My Spanish isn't available at all.
Available. Welcome back to the equipment room. This is Valerie Flores talking, and this is Jesus Lopez talking, and that's it. There's no one else in the room.
There's no one else here. This is Deli.
What?
I'm deaf.
She's deaf.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
How she can hear us is a mystery. I'm just kidding.
Hold up. If you're deaf,
Then what
then
are
how
we?
come you have glasses?
If you're deaf,
If your
and you're
ears don't work,
hearing,
how are your
then-
glasses staying on your face?
I don't know.
What if
We got her
we got her? She's been lying.
this whole time.
I think we need to start off this podcast very obviously. And actually, I know you wanted to talk about La La Land, but
No,
we
that's-
have to
you
direct
good?
our attention to Deli
Okay.
know.
No, that's fine.
the whole time for 20 minutes before you leave.
Yeah.
So
Yes, this is the Deli
this
segment
is the Deli segment.
where
yeah.
we get really far into Deli's life.
Deli is the most controversial woman, I think, in I don't know if I would say in the world. What do you think? At least that's what we can safely say.
Basically, throughout the entirety of her life, her parents were like, "Why isn't she in jail yet?" And, like other people were like, "She's 3, right?" And they were like, "I don't care."
Okay.
I
She
think my
deserves it.
dad probably took up the jail part for me.
What?
Oh, okay.
Story?
That was very nice of him, actually.
Backstory?
No backstory. I like it this
We
way.
can talk about terrible dads.
My dad
that's
gambled my
okay.
diaper money,
Whoa.
and my mom was like, "Fuck that."
What
Am I
i-
allowed to cuss?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
What is
I didn't
diaper
know.
money? I've never had that. Do they hide money in your diaper? What's diaper money? I'm confused.
So my mom gave him money
Uh-huh.
to get diapers for
Oh.
me. And instead
You
of going
fool.
to the store, he would go to Lake Charles and just gamble the money.
You're an idiot.
How much money was it? Like
Did he
16
win, though?
bucks? Yeah, did he win money?
I don't think so. Because my mom
Dang.
divorced him. So.
Dang.
It would have been better if
Yeah.
he would have made more money and then bought you like more diapers. You know what I
Yes.
mean?
People say that gambling's not a problem if you win.
I mean,
I can see that.
Yeah.
Like, what am I addicted to?
Alcoholism is not a
Getting money?
problem.
Who else is it? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. It's just another way to
Yeah.
be a.
But people don't win
hustler.
that much, so.
No, they do not. I forget what I went to one. I definitely gamble unless I was doing something wrong. I went
Okay.
to Windstar in Oklahoma
Okay.
with my grandma and her husband, and it was a lot of fun. Just old people, all smoking, and these people are very they have the audacity because they get these little cards, right? And I was sitting on a machine. My grandma gave me $20. She's like, "Play it," and I was like, "Oh God, here we go." Lost it immediately.
That's awesome.
But these people, they have a little card, and they stick it in the button that keeps the game going.
Wait,
I
so
look-
it's not like by quarters anymore? It's just
I'm sure you probably still can do quarters, but they have this card where you can play through your card. I don't know. It's very
Chuck
confusing.
E. Cheese.
And they stuck their card to keep the thing going. I'll turn over. This person's at like 3,000.
Oh my gosh.
They're letting, and then it would go back to like $20. I was like, you should have pressed. You should have pressed up. Like, get out. You know what I mean? Take that
Yeah.
3,000 and then put another 5 in there. Like, I don't understand. Like, I think being money hungry really makes you crazy because that 3,000 was staring them right in the face and they just let it go away.
That's probably what my dad did with the diaper money.
He probably had money and then he was like, more.
He
Yeah.
said, "Well, I mean, what do I need this money for? Deli's gonna go to jail anyway."
Bail. They want to keep
Oh,
her in
bail,
there.
yeah.
Bail money?
Yeah, bail money. No, they want to keep her in here. And that's the point. I don't know. If I saw 3,000, I would opt out and then put $5 in. So I lost that $20, right? But my grandma had given me another $5, and right before we left, I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna try one more time. I took the $5 in a game, I turned it into 35, checked out, and left. I was like, no, I'm not losing that.
So you went in with 20 and then lost for 35. That sounds like a deal.
It's not bad. Technically it was my grandma's money, so I didn't lose anything. It was fun though, and me and my grandma played bingo. We had no idea what was going on.
I
we
do not
would,
know
That's
what's
funny.
going on.
because we walked in and it wasn't like, okay, we're starting here.
Yeah.
They were just kept going. They're like, green card, and we had 5 green cards.
Oh my god.
We were so confused, so we were just kind of playing, and we ended up just talking and taking Snapchat filters, but we won nothing because we had no idea what was going on. But there was no buffet. I know it's only in Las Vegas, I'm pretty sure, but I wanted a buffet.
That is very funny.
That's my casino story. It's the only time I've been in a casino.
Deli, some things to know about this podcast is, one, you totally can swear.
Okay.
Fuck.
No, don't.
No.
Don't be afraid to get close to the mic. And Yes, that's perfect. Oh no, I'm really glad I took out my headphones
What?
because she got really close to it. Like, she's like,
Oh god.
I forgot what I was gonna say. Basically, we just do whatever we want. Like
Mhm.
we don't have like topics to discuss
Yeah.
really.
You're
We don't
just going
come-
off
It
We have
kind
no
of just
plan.
keep like
Yeah.
Sometimes we're like, I want to talk about this,
Yes,
but it's
for
not
sure.
like the topic of the day.
Yeah.
But
So if
speak-
there's something you want to bring up, you totally
yeah,
can.
exactly. I
but
think since you're the guest for today, is there anything you'd like to discuss?
you're our very first guest. That's very cool.
Yeah.
Right?
We should have a
I was
little
gonna
like
say-
like confetti going somewhere.
For Deli? Oh.
Yeah. Handcuffs.
Oh wait, let me ask. Sorry, quick question. When people do this, does that actually like hurt your ability to hear what they're saying or know what
hurt
they're
my
saying?
ability to hear.
Well, like not hear, but like know what they're saying.
Because like
Because you read lips a
Depend
lot,
on
right?
what angle it is. Are you saying
Yeah.
like is it offensive, or are you saying like I can't read it?
You can't read it. Like if I were like, oh hey, let's punch Deli in the face right now. Does that hurt
It
your
really
ability
depends on how well I recognize your voice, or how well my brain, like the longer that I know you and the longer that my brain has memories or
to know? I get that.
understanding of your voice, then I depend on how.
Interesting.
That's something I never thought about.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like
Is
with
it-
Eric, I can, after knowing him for 3 years, I can be able to understand him without looking at him. But like you, since I just met, not just met you, but
Right.
like
No, I feel you.
I
How-
would have to look at your face more to understand you more.
That makes sense.
Is it offensive
No,
to
not
you?
really.
It could be to other people, I'm sure, but like to you.
Do you
You can ask me any question. I'm open.
do you people?
Yes.
I forgot my question because
No.
I was just completely. Yeah, I actually did forget what I was
Ah,
gonna say
It
because
is-
of that
I don't think I have
joke.
any questions. All I know is I think we should definitely be learning some sign language.
Right, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. But there's a lot to learn. I
Yeah.
already know a little bit.
Do you know?
A
Do you
little
just know English as like a language, or do you know Spanish?
I just know English.
Okay.
I don't know Spanish. Even though it does run in my family, I don't know Spanish because my mom's deaf, and it
Right.
wouldn't.
Right.
It's hard to teach her Spanish. So like, if what's the point of teaching her Spanish if she's not going to be able to put
No,
use
yeah,
to it?
I get
That's
that.
True, yeah.
I remember that your mom was deaf, so I was wondering if anyone taught you. Because what I was gonna ask is like, is it harder to learn ASL than another language? But I don't know if you know.
I wouldn't
Depends.
say yes and no because ASL is really similar to Spanish.
Okay.
I spoke to someone in Portuguese Sign Language. I was signing ASL and she was signing Portuguese. I had no idea that she was.
And y'all still understood each other?
Yeah, and I was
That's
able to
kinda cool.
understand her and she was
Yeah.
able to understand me. And I got her number and she tried texting me in another language and I was like,
You're like,
Bruh.
how, what?
Hold up.
And then I translated it and it was in Portuguese. I was like, holy shit, man.
That's
Like, I've been
cool.
talking to
That is
someone.
interesting.
Well, I do know that like they have different sign languages, and it's only different like, I don't know, hand motions.
Yeah,
But I
like,
wonder how much you can understand someone
like
else, which is really
ASL is
cool.
all in one. Like the alphabet is all in one hand. But
Yeah.
if you do British, it's like
Yeah,
What the heck?
Australian
It's
people,
so
I think they
annoying.
use both their hands. It's very interesting.
In
There's some
Japan,
people-
they're just like, oh, you gotta use your foot sometimes. So.
I would like to try that. to be
Foot
honest.
signing. Oh gosh, that'd be crazy.
I do remember my question now.
What is it?
Do you guys get like one free punch a month if like someone's annoying you
Oh,
and they're like, well, she's deaf. She can punch someone and it's fine. Like,
yeah. Is that
do
a
you get like
thing?
one
I
free
haven't.
pass?
Been involved in the deaf culture enough to
Okay.
know that.
You should
so
really
once
figure
I
it
find
out.
My favorite thing about the deaf community and like culture is how honest.
Oh
They
yeah,
are-
they're brutally honest.
Yeah,
So
like-
like, you're like
Yeah, they'll be like, hey, you've gotten fat, like, or you've gotten like a lot of acne. Like, they're so honest. It's sad.
Well,
And I'm like, is it like?
the two signs for erection. That's
yeah, like they're literally
Oh,
like,
yeah.
if you have a tiny penis, but if you have a big penis.
I mean, they're being honest out here. I appreciate it, man.
God dang.
Yeah, and like, whenever I go shopping with my mom, and the cashier is like a rude lady or whatever,
Yeah.
she will straight up like sign brutally honest things in front of her face. Even though like the cashier may not understand it, but you can see
Right.
the facial expression and be like,
That's funny.
and I'm like, Mom, no, that can be a hate crime.
Anyways, I'm deaf.
We have you for another like 15 minutes, right? Or no?
We have another Like 10 minutes. Yeah.
12:37, but I can leave at like 12:47.
Okay, 10
10
minutes.
minutes.
That's a lot of deli time. Let's freaking go.
The class is like right over there.
Oh yeah, I'm hyped. Let's deli time.
I can say that I mispronounced Fergie. Is it
Fergie?
Fergie?
Fergie, like the person?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mispronounced her name my whole life.
Oh,
Was it Fergie?
Yeah, I keep
Interesting.
saying, hit it, Fergie. Do I kept saying
Hit
like,
it, Fergie.
Fergie?
I
Hit
like
it,
that
Fergie.
better.
And then my friends were like, it's Fergie, and I'm like, no.
your friends are like, is
That
she
makes sense.
stupid?
Deli, what are a couple of your favorite signs?
Vagina.
Right.
Wait, is it like
Obviously.
that? Wait, is it like that or like that?
Either way is fine.
Okay, either way.
This is soft.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
Soft.
And this can also be soft, but this can also be wet.
Okay, that's
So
weird.
it depends on the context.
Right.
Um,
What if you're trying to say soft and wet?
Soft.
This is
How do you
soft
say
and wet.
and? What
How
is
do you-
this? Yeah, and.
and?
See,
it's
I,
not really
Whoa.
appropriate to say and in sign
Because-
language.
yeah,
they,
there's-
they list it. They go like soft,
Yeah,
don't
syntax
they,
is different in sign
They
language.
like list. They list.
If you're trying to say two different things, you go like point to the
Oh,
first
yeah, you
one,
could do
like,
that, too.
soft, and then wet. But you also
That's
can
pretty
finger
cool.
spell it
Right.
what you're trying to say.
I'm really
That
bad
sounds-
at reading people's fingers because they finger spell so fast, and I'm
Yeah,
like, whoa,
I know like the
I'm
letter
like, go
E and that's
slow.
it. Or
really?
Whatever.
I like the alphabet. It's easy.
Yeah,
2 hands.
I'm just kind of dumb.
Do you practice both hands just in case you need this hand?
Oh,
Or like, because like I'm like right dominant, so I always use my right hand.
I
Do you use
my right
both?
hand.
But do you ever use your left hand?
If I'm busy with my right hand, yeah. If I'm busy with my right
that's a
hand,
good question though.
I can.
Yeah, I know. Well, 'cause,
Never thought about that either.
there's a
Well,
lot of people who
actually,
sign with their left hand. I mean, I guess I can A, B,
It's
C.
inappropriate to switch between hands, but if you're like
Is
busy,
it really?
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
so if you say like, "Oh hi," and then you go like that, and they're like,
It's because it.
No.
Why
Is it
though?
because it like makes more sense signing?
because since that thing where it's like if you lose one sense, your other senses are heightened. Does that make sense? Like
Yeah.
if you lose your sense
like,
of smell,
Makes you
Yeah.
nauseous to like follow
yeah,
someone's.
it's like the movement is too much.
That's
for it.
interesting. Actually, I think I probably knew that, but I didn't really think about that either.
Okay, but if your other senses make up for it, why you got glasses?
Ooh.
Cause I'm
Boom.
Helen Keller.
Got him again.
Helen Keller. Man, I respect
spent
Helen
too
Keller.
much time on my computer as a child.
That makes sense.
When I was
too.
when I was younger, there was like a project we did in like 3rd grade or 4th grade where we all got like a historical character and we had to dress up like them, read about them, and then we would make a poster of like where their scene would be.
Don't tell
Yeah.
me you
And-
want Helen Keller.
I wanted to look. Well, that's not. I didn't choose. Well, I did choose her. I thought she was very interesting, and I learned about. Yeah, I learned about all about that. It was really cool. And when she was younger, the girl would just walk around the dinner table taking food off people's plate.
What the
I
heck?
think she was trying to see what she could get away with.
Yeah, apparently Helen. What does that
Is
mean?
that vagina?
You guys don't know what that means?
No.
No.
In middle school, if you looked at it, that means you were gay.
What? Just looked at it. If you're like, and I have to be like, or I'm gay.
That's funny. In my middle school, they just called you gay. There was no
Really?
middleman.
There were so many things. God, there were so many things. It was like,
Well, obviously this started in high school. For me.
Right? Yeah, everyone had that.
wait, were you gay if you did that, or looked
Well,
at
no,
it?
it was
just
like,
like-
if
Oh,
you
just a
see
net.
that, if you look at this, they get to hit you or
God,
whatever.
Is this
Which
what
is
humans
stupid.
come up with?
We're just bored sometimes.
I guess we are bored. My
I mean, what do you
school-
think we're doing here? You know?
That's true, but this is cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
What's it called? Not my high school. My middle school, they would do like bean dip. You know, where you would go under people's boobs and bean dip.
I do that.
I've
with-
never called it that.
Bean dip.
I've
What'd you
never
call
called
it? Boob touch.
I don't. What? Why
Bean dip.
bean dip? What does
Because
that mean?
it's like going down. You just dip it. Up. Bean dip.
Oh.
I don't know why. I never did it myself.
Okay.
I get it.
I see that now.
And then the whole like, can you touch your elbows? And then be like, you know what I mean? Stupid.
Classic.
And then I cup in elementary school.
Oh yeah.
Goodness
classic.
gracious.
I know they're the cheek touch, but you have to like cross
Dude,
your fingers.
Fun,
Oh, yeah.
fun story. A Joy Wall. If you ever see this, I doubt you will. But I always like to tell this story, or not tell the story. I think about it a lot.
Right.
There was this girl named Joy Wall, in my elementary school. And we were friends. She was very nice, but she had this skin condition on her hands, and it just dried her hands out a lot. Right. For
Yeah.
some reason, all these kids were freaking bullies in elementary school and did not like her hands because they thought it was gross, right? And they didn't like to touch her hands, and like, you know, we were all like singing or whatever. And during like recess and lunch, if like she touched you, they called it the joy touch.
Oh my god,
Yeah,
that's
and
rude.
it's so rude. And so like that went around. Poor thing. Like she was so nice too, but then in middle school she transferred to a different middle school, and she became she dyed her hair blonde. She like lost weight I think too, and she became so popular. I was like, you go girl. So
Dang.
Joy Wall, happy for you, girl.
The joy touch now means something very different.
Yeah.
It means you're gonna succeed in life.
Oh
and
yeah,
stuff.
she like gives it's like a handy.
But that's
what joy touches. And the funny thing is, it's such a small world. She ended up going to the same high school as my ex.
oh
Pretty,
wow.
Yeah, pretty weird. When so like I saw that like they follow each other, I was like, that's so weird. What a
All
small
the dots
world.
are connecting.
Yeah, it's such a small world. I don't know. It's crazy stuff.
Yeah, it is a small world. One time I saw Steve Irwin at McDonald's.
You're joking.
No.
Before he died?
you
I
saw-
am. No, I didn't.
Like before he
can't-
died?
I'm
Or
sorry.
are you talking
literally-
about like in your sleep?
Yeah,
and
he
then
was like
came
trying to
you?
wrangle the
Yep.
chicken nuggets, and we were like, Steve, they're dead.
They're
gone.
angry.
They're too far gone, buddy.
He's trying to save him back, you know. Pulp taste, whatever.
What a
it's called.
great man. Yes.
Do you think Steve Irwin was a vegan?
Probably.
Was he a vegan?
I could
I don't
see that.
remember.
I could see that. I don't know if he was or not.
I
mean,
mean,
if it-
oh, cool. Okay, let's
If
kill
it's a
that.
dead,
Just kill.
I mean, if it's a dead animal, fair game, man. You know what I mean?
He probably, at the very least, was very against like the way we kill animals
Oh
now.
yeah, he probably
Or,
was
like,
not
the
for like
Production
mass.
of them.
Yeah, mass.
Yeah.
But what if
I
he
don't know.
was like a savage? Like, what if he purposely cared for animals to hide the fact that he was a savage?
Don't you dare talk about Steve
This
Irwin
is,
this way.
yeah,
Conspiracy
exactly.
theory.
It is a good conspiracy. Anything is possible in this world. People will surprise
Especially
you.
in this government.
People will surprise you, man. Yeah, like I mean, people are crazy out there. I mean, freaking, what's it called? Who was the guy who was like a clown just to get kids into his basement? John
Edward
Gacy.
Snowden?
John.
Edward
No.
Snowden.
No, John Gacy. Have you heard of John Gacy? He like dressed up like as a clown or something. To
There's
get,
also like Ted Bundy, who like would be super nice just to kill people.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That same
Like
thing.
you just can't trust anyone. But
Also-
Steve Irwin, I very highly,
Right. Yeah.
you know.
Edward Snowden.
I don't know.
What the
I
heck?
just thought about him.
Is his name Edward Snowden?
It's
Oh, I
the
guess it
guy
is,
that
yeah.
the guy that
whistleblower.
yeah that
Yeah.
he
Like, when did he ever dress up like a clown?
that'd be funny. He's out in the UK somewhere like dressing up as a clown.
And taking kids
Or
in his
somewhere.
basement? I hope
I
he's
think
not.
he's in the UK. That's so funny. Yes.
Technical issues,
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
ignore
Yeah.
those.
I already did that on the first one. Yes.
Here, I'll
Can
give you
you-
my key.
Can you actually hear that? Hold on.
I can hear it.
Yeah, a little bit.
That's my hearing aid.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
Does it ever like get like piercing loud? Is there any like instances where it would like freak out?
Because on TV, if we see hearing aids on TV, they usually play the whole like, oh, there's something hurting my hearing aid. I gotta
what-
turn it down. I gotta turn it off. And
Like, is that even that doesn't happen?
that doesn't happen.
God, why does
No.
television lie to us?
If anything, if the environment gets loud, I just get a sensory overload. But I'm
Right.
not like
But it doesn't
Cool.
actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because on TV, for sure, that happens a lot. I don't know.
they're fake. They're faking it.
Darn
Right.
it, TV.
Darn it, TV. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I know that there are like, I'm sure there's some what's it called? Things that like I'm sure there's some cons to being deaf, but I think it is so cool that you could just turn off your hearing aid.
I
whenever
never
you
do
want.
that actually.
Really?
People are like, well, why don't you just turn off the hearing aid? But I'm like,
'Cause I
You
like
never
to
feel
hear
you never feel the
things.
need
yeah, I just feel lost if I.
Yeah, I
to.
would.
I guess that makes sense.
I like how you said there's probably some cons to being deaf.
Well, because like to us maybe, but to deaf people they're like no.
Yeah, people
They're
are
like,
like,
I'm
oh my
just
God,
deaf.
you
Well, they're
can't
used to
hear?
it.
And I'm
Yeah,
like,
they're like no, I'm deaf. Like they like to sign deaf
Yeah.
is like deaf, but if they're like really proud of it, they're like I'm deaf.
yeah,
Okay.
Like, they're
well,
like,
Deli says it
deaf.
a lot.
What? She does, yeah.
There's a reason why.
Right. No, that's cool.
Like they're like, and they don't like being called disabled because they're like,
Oh,
or
yeah,
like
you
handicapped because they're like, no, I'm not.
Sorry.
Or maybe disabled is disabled the right word, but not handicapped. They're like, no, I'm not.
Just say it, Val. Just say it. Are you disabled?
Like, is that
I
a thing?
say I am disabled, but
Okay.
also play it off as a joke. It really depends on the person and
Yeah.
how
It depends
they're
on the
confident
person.
with it.
That makes sense.
But
That's
the one
true.
thing that you definitely don't say hearing impaired. Because that just means, like, you can't hear.
Okay.
And they're like,
Huh.
I
you,
guess that
say,
makes
you can
sense.
say, like, hearing loss or hard of hearing or deaf, but just don't say hearing impaired. That's like a 90s term and very
hearing impaired.
derogative.
Interesting. Okay. Actually, that one I didn't know. It's always nice to know these things. I'm always scared to run into someone who like I say something wrong, because I try not to say anything wrong to people, but is it so? If I say something wrong to someone, I'd hope they'd be like, "Hey, here's the correct way," rather than be like,
I
you know what I
am
mean?
scared to say something wrong. I think with Deli, I'm like, okay, she will tell me,
Yeah.
and also like she won't hate me forever.
Yeah,
Maybe.
because
Hopefully.
she knows it's not like we're not trying.
Yeah.
If anything,
personally.
I'm still learning
Okay.
the stuff myself as well.
That's true. Yeah.
Because like after my whole life, I've been put in mainstream. Mainstream is what they call public school with cheering
Right.
people.
Right.
Yeah.
But I've been put in mainstream school and like speech therapy and stuff like that. So I've never been.
You're not like you're not like in the like
That
deaf
makes sense.
Yeah.
culture. Yeah.
So
that
I'm
makes sense.
trying. The reason why I'm taking ASL as a minor is because I want to dip my toes in that and like see what.
Yeah.
No, that
cool.
makes sense.
I can actually do.
Well,
Very cool.
so the title of this one will be Deli is Deaf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that cool
Deli
with you?
is
Heck yeah.
With a capital D.
The capital D,
Yeah,
of course.
capital D.
Deaf. I know a lot about the deaf community. I really do. I
I'm
took
gonna
3
forget
years
it.
of high school.
Well, I'm gonna edit this, so like if I forget anything you
You'll
said,
hear it at the end.
I'll remember when I'm
Capital
editing.
D, brother.
Alright, well, I'm gonna go to class, even though apparently it may not happen.
Oh,
If it
If I
doesn't
come
happen,
back.
come on back.
Okay, yeah.
probably have about 10 minutes.
well, regardless, you were a great guest.
Yeah.
Thank you for being
Yeah.
She
here.
might come back.
I will probably be here next time.
Oh my
for
gosh,
like
we would love to
until
have you
4:45.
back. We would love
Okay.
to have you back. It also depends. We start on different times. every
Yeah,
time.
usually.
Yeah.
Be more
Which is
consistent.
chilling. No.
We're just not.
If we were more consistent, that would ruin the entirety of what this podcast is.
Yeah, this is like
Legit.
a whatever happens.
Yeah.
Not scheduled.
If
it is
one of
not.
us dies, the other person just has to continue.
Yeah, just talk to freaking air.
You just have like
So Valerie, and it's just like
Hey, wake
just
up,
nothing.
buddy.
I'm just
I'm sorry, guys. They're being so rude. Anyway, I'll keep talking
Gotta love
about
it.
cheeseburgers.
cheeseburgers.
The other person's dead. Like,
Next topic will be cheeseburgers. Oh god, I
Now
so
I'm
badly.
hungry.
Oh yeah, I'm never hungry either.
I said now I'm hungry.
Oh, now you're hungry. I said I'm not
then go
hungry.
eat. Duh.
Yeah, let's just leave our job and go eat.
Keep
I
recording.
mean, nobody comes
We could
here.
order food. We could order food and have like the delivery guy be like a guest. Well, they never come in. Never mind. We could take the camera and go follow them. Be like, you know what I mean? David,
That'd be funny.
David. What's it like being a
Hey.
delivery?
Bye, Deli.
Bye.
Toodles.
Peace out,
Toodaloo.
gamer.
I can
Yeah, swing that mic back around at you.
106.1 Kiss FM. You know what's something fun to talk about real quick?
What's up?
Is just like the regional differences in like even just in the U.S. In Dallas we have our Kiss FM radio station
Right.
106.1, Kiss FM Dallas Fort Worth.
Oh,
and
that
then-
sounds awful. That's a terrible jingle.
106.1 Kiss FM Dallas Fort Worth.
Oh, that's
No,
awful.
it's
What the
great.
heck?
It's
The
perfect.
Dallas
I don't
part is
listen to
so
106.1 anymore,
terrible.
especially since the main guy died. Really sad.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he died. He was great. But my friend, she's from Buffalo, New York, and when I would sing it, she goes, no, I don't like that. And she was like 98.9 Buffalo, New York. I was like, no, that
All
sounds.
terrible.
And she called Reese's Pieces.
KRBE.
She called it
KRBE.
Reese's. Reese's. I'm like, honey,
We should just-
Reese's Pieces
We should just rise up. The South should rise up again.
again.
I've been saying it for years.
Yes, and then like perfect weather for her to go to the beach, 60 degrees. A heat wave, 80 degrees. Isn't that crazy?
Like I'm like, okay, yeah, 80 is hot.
It
but
is hot,
like,
but it's like it's a good day sometimes.
that is medium.
Yeah, it gets hotter.
I don't know. But I'm
she
also like,
couldn't
why
do.
are we dealing with 90-degree weather? Why are we
Yeah.
that stupid? Like,
If I could choose for like the highest to be 80, I would.
right? Yeah,
Yeah.
I probably would too. Although I'm a baby when it comes to. I like it when it's cold, but I'm a baby when it's cold too.
Oh yeah, yeah. Like
So,
I like the idea of it being cold.
Yes.
Because I don't like to sweat.
But if every day is 40 or
Yeah,
30,
or it depends on the harsh winds.
True.
We have a lot of harsh winds when it comes
We
to
do.
the cold weather.
we have a lot of hurricanes. Like one coming tomorrow.
Yeah, it's supposed to come to, or that was night. Tropical storm tonight. Storm surge.
It's all the same.
It's all the same.
My car is at risk for flooding again.
Oh God.
That's the thing is that like
Forgot about that.
if I could choose where I live, actually, like if I could actually choose, I probably wouldn't live here,
I wouldn't.
which sucks because I do like this place. It's just
I
like
don't.
okay, yeah, that's fair. I do like Texas. I'll say that. I do like
Okay,
Texas
yeah. Like
a
I
lot,
would choose.
actually.
I would live like maybe Corpus Christi because they're like
Yeah.
people over there like to surf a lot. I would live in Austin for sure. I
Every
I
film
grew up
student.
in Dallas, but there's nothing there for me except for Six Flags. So, like personally, there's nothing
No,
there.
yeah, that's fair.
San Antonio has great food. San Antonio, Austin are places to be for sure.
As much as there's so many like red flags about Texas.
Oh yeah.
That's like you shouldn't live here because of this or that or this or that.
Yeah.
But I'm also like, sometimes when I drive for an hour, there's cows on the road.
Or horses.
And it's really cute.
Yes.
To pass by. There's a giant stretch of road where there's nothing but cows, and I'm like, this is so cute.
It's nice.
And
It's
also,
nice to have
like,
flat land sometimes.
Yes, and also it's bad for the environment too. But
What is cow grazing?
yeah, like having a lot of land for that because.
Oh yeah, but we just have a lot of land in general too.
Yeah.
So they're probably like, this is fine.
So it's another red flag, but I'm also just like.
I think definitely everywhere you go there's pros and cons. What I like about Texas, it's super like. We're not all friendly. I'm tired of people like my mom thinks that everyone in Tennessee is evil and that everyone in Texas is nice.
That is interesting.
It's not.
Certainly
It's not true at all.
I'd like to think so, but it's not true.
But like we're definitely like you could be like, yeah, I hate Texas, but like when people are like Texas stupid, we're like, Texas is the best. We're like Texas stars at night, they're big and bright.
That can be your intro. Because what I want to do is have a cute intro of each of us where it says like starring Jesus, and I'm
like
just
turn
like
around.
Like sitcom style.
Yes.
But also the Gus and Eddie podcast, the one that I like that inspired me to make this. Yes. They do that, and I'm like, I don't want to like steal that. So.
But like so many.
So I agree.
Things do it. So
it's just like a sitcom
funny.
thing.
Yeah, it's funny.
If anything, they're stealing it from a sitcom.
Exactly. Who was the first sitcom? I like to.
It was me.
It was you that did it.
Yeah.
What year? What was the name of it? Who are your actors? Everything. Information, sir.
We could like Lucy.
I love Lucy.
I enjoy Lucy's company. I think is what the name was.
I think of Lucy. We could do a segment where we just like Google something random and just learn the history about it. That'd be cool.
Right. I personally I can't read, but you can read the stuff.
I'll read it too. Or we can put like was it where they speak the whole thing? Just have a computer just be like, 1857
completely
cheese was
cheese
invented,
was outlawed in the state of Wisconsin.
Yeah, there'd be a lot of stuff that is very interesting.
If you could, I think I've asked you this, but if you could make one fruit or vegetable illegal, not like eradicate it, just like make it illegal.
Okay.
What would it be?
One fruit so the fruit for me would be bananas. Only not that they're disgusting. To me, okay, there might be a better fruit option, but like fruit to me is like refreshing and pulpy and juicy, and bananas are not. And that's the same thing with avocado, but you can make like guac. Try making guac with bananas. You can't do it. You make banana bread.
Don't tempt me, buddy.
That's a challenge.
Banana bread? Banana bread is so good. How are you going to outlaw banana bread?
You're right. Well, we'll think about it. Something along the lines of bananas is not a fruit to me, right? Vegetables. Okay. I am outlawing. God, what counts as a vegetable?
Just green stuff.
Green stuff. I guess I'll say Brussels sprouts.
Me too.
They could be made good, but it's like, nah, we're really gonna try.
But they're not gonna.
Yeah,
though.
they're just not.
Like they could be, but they're not gonna.
I want to say olives. I don't think that counts as a vegetable. What does that count?
Are olives berries?
Salty grape. Are they?
I don't know.
Imagine being the first person to be like, it's like salty, scored salt in your mouth. It's so gross.
That's really funny because it's just like
it's gross.
Oh, there's another berry-looking thing on this one, Jeff, and Jeff's like, oh, try it out. What does it look like? Is it like really sweet looking? Like when you see a raspberry, you're like,
oh yeah, you're like that's gonna be
cool.
Sweet.
Or like something, like you see
sour.
A grape and you're like, well, that's interesting. And then you see a green, discolored grape with a red center, or a black one. You're like,
I gotta look up olives
this
now.
grape looking kind of weird, and then you just kind of.
It's like it pops out. But now I'm thinking about it.
Why would you do this to me, Zeus?
But thinking about it now, they're like when you buy olives, usually they're like in a can. And they're like
there's in liquid.
Yeah, so of course they're gonna like soak up some liquid and get saltier. What do natural olives taste like? I wonder if those taste better.
I'm not gonna find out.
Are they salty at all?
The thing is with this whole making them illegal is that they can still be made. Like illegal things happen. Yeah. So, can you imagine an underground banana growing ring?
The banana.
You walk in and you're like, what is going on here? There's like
just
plants.
Bananas.
It's like a weed farm,
yeah,
but it said it's bananas, and they're like, we got some banana bread. You want some? It's got nuts in it. And you're like, that's illegal. illegal.
I would definitely, if I was like the president, I'd be like, we're outlawing bananas, right? But you would find me eating banana bread.
That's funny.
Yeah, that'd be my thing.
Whoa, that's something I didn't even think about when I thought about this question.
Oh yeah, you would find me eating. That's just something I'd get probably like impeached for. In banana. What's a better fruit to use?
Peached.
Appled. Graped. Pomegranate.
Stop it.
You're right, because peach is not my favorite fruit, but it's a good fruit.
Would you outlaw peach?
God, I don't eat enough peach, but they're not like harming anyone.
I agree. They're
You know what I mean?
fine.
Yeah, and
like
they're
peaches.
iconic now. Well, technically the apricots are iconic, but we'll just
Right.
say peach
We'll say
because
peach.
Timothy Chalamet came in one and Call Me by Your Name. I hope you see this, Timmy. I hope you see this.
I was gonna cut that out, and now I have to leave it in.
You have to leave it in.
I have so much power because I can just cut out anything. Like if I
You
wanted
could
to.
cut.
Yeah, you
You're
entirely.
just
I was like,
talking.
you know what?
You know what you could do? Just find like videos of Margot Robbie like answering your questions,
Oh, that's
and you'll have
cool.
a podcast with Margot Robbie.
Next podcast, you're gonna be like, he's asking very specific questions.
So Margot would be like, I'd be like, okay, my name's
Yeah.
Valerie.
Yeah.
But
Oh, we never changed your camera angle, so now you're just alone.
what do you mean?
Because you're like,
Oh,
Bella's
I
not
know.
there, so now you're just alone, zoomed
She's
out.
still here. She's still here.
In spirit, yeah.
She might come back. Maybe you can
True.
restart your podcast, but I wouldn't be here, so it wouldn't be the same.
Yeah, it wouldn't be the same.
Thanks.
I feel like we were just about to talk about something, but I forgot. That's what I like about this is that if we forget what we were talking
We
about
just go
5
something
minutes ago,
else.
who cares?
Yeah. So sorry if they get like stuck on a subject like that's so cool, and then we're
Yeah.
like, anyway,
Yeah.
let's talk
But
about this.
But who's gonna be like, they were talking about bananas and now they're not, and I'm mad.
Bananas are so interesting. A banana lover. They're a banana lover. Monkeys. I have to leave in 3 minutes.
Well, we can end the podcast. We can just say that Valerie died.
Mm-hmm. Her hair.
Whoa.
All right.
Who doesn't?
Are we
Yeah, that can be the end. We'll
saying
just
adios today?
we'll just say like something really controversial to end. We should say like, I don't know, what's something to really controversial to end this.
As of right now, COVID isn't real. Trump is the best president we've ever had. Has anyone walked by me saying Harry Styles is ugly.
No, I'm saying controversial things, like things that aren't true.
Yeah, they aren't. I'm confused.
I don't know, I'm
You've
confused too.
confused me now. Anything controversial in your mind?
Valerie shouldn't be in prison.
Ooh,
I think that Jojo Rabbit was a terrible movie,
you're lying.
That
That's
was really hard
that's
to say.
straight through your teeth.
and that La La Land just doesn't get to me.
Oh, controversial. Whiplash is better than La La Land. In my opinion.
That's it. We're
That's the
canceling.
controversial one.
No, that
it's
one's
very
terrible.
hot take.
That is a hot take.
It is, but it's my hot take.
But
and
I will say
stand
I
by
haven't
it.
seen Whiplash.
You
so
haven't.
I can't talk.
truly think you would still probably like La La Land better, but I like Whiplash better.
I already know that I would like La La Land better.
Yeah.
Because straight up, when people show a clip, like I watched someone reviewing La La Land, or not reviewing, but they're talking about it, and they showed a clip of it. You know the part where they first meet and they dream of like kissing?
Yeah.
There's like a dream sequence of them
Mhm.
kissing. Gets to me every time. I was watching their video of it, and they showed that clip, and I was just like,
Yeah, see, La La Land has a totally different like
Theme,
tone and
tone.
theme. That it's like it is more dreamy and like lovely. Whiplash is just like screaming like all the time, and you're
yeah.
and if you're like
I'm already-
when I watch it to this
yeah.
day, I get the worst secondhand embarrassment for this kid.
Uh,
But I love it so much.
Right, I'm
Because
sure
it's
it's
so
really good.
great. Because it ends up for the better. It has a good ending.
well, if we don't want to be thrown in jail, we should probably end with La La Land is better than Whiplash.
Sorry. I
Cut.
love